What's up, YouTube? It's your boy King Cobra. I got some brand new merch on the King Cobra's thing, Teespring. That's pretty sick. And I have a shirt celebrating the Green Phantom, which is the Halloween costume I do every year. It's sort of become tradition in the Cobra household to dress up as, in my opinion, my most favorite costume. I throw on my black and green Luciferian cloak, and then I throw on the hood over this mask, and it's just creepy as shit, and I love it. Speaking of getting a wand, if you want to get a wand, a free wand, if you buy a Green Phantom Season t-shirt over on my Teespring now through until after October 31st, so December 1st, or excuse me, November 1st is when I'm going to discontinue the Green Phantom shirt that I have released on my Teespring right now. And when you buy one of those t-shirts, you're eligible to win a free wand and a personal shout out on a video. So there you go. Now, the more merchandise you buy, the better chances you have of getting a free wand. And it'll be like a little Harry Potter style, you know, and you'll be able to choose the colors. So there you go. And like my Teespring is now loaded with fresh new merch. I got a Fuck the Taliban t-shirt. It looks just like the Fuck ISIS t-shirt. Pretty sweet. Yes, sir. And yeah, I even made an anti-feminazi shirt. You know, these women who hate men and fuck the page. You know what I'm saying? Like these extremist feminazi C-bombs that ruin it for feminists everywhere. You know the ones I'm talking about? Yes. Fucking A. I made an incel suck t-shirt too, but that's not the point. You got 7 million women on TikTok screaming hashtag kill all men. This shirt is especially for you. It literally says, and I quote, feminazis suck my cock. And it's got the radical extremist feminist symbol on the front. And then on the back it says, gender equality, fuck sexism, stop the man hate. Yes. And what else we got? Let's see here. Yes, we also got a incel suck t-shirt. That looks pretty fucking sick too, if I do say so myself. Hold up, let me pull it up. It says incel suck, stop simp shaming. It's got a badass looking pentagram goat thing on the front, and then on the back it says fuck sexism, stop the hate on women, gender equality. There you go. I made one for both sides. Yes. Because women say they want an asshole until he treats her like shit. And then it's all men are the same. Well, I want to need something to drink. And it's a little too early yet to be drinking. So I want to make up some G Fuel right quick. 1 second. G Fuel is not a sponsor. But your boy Cobra would love to have his own G Fuel flavor. Now, what would King Cobra's G Fuel flavor taste like? Dude, it would have all the fruits. Strawberries, cherries, bananas, peaches, mangoes, grapes, blueberries, raspberries, cherries. Yeah, dragon fruit. Just a burst of all like several different fruity flavors. And then like some monster green energy. That's what it would taste like. Watermelons, fucking... Yeah, dude, it'd be loaded with like all the fruity flavors. Just a tropical burst of pineapple and all kinds of different fruits. And then, of course, it tastes like monster green energy on top of it. So what do we got? We got some G Fuel Energy Formula. Galaxy Grape. Galaxy Grape. I can see the G Fuel container too. It'd be like black and green with hints of silver, and you just see this badass cobra on the front with its hood flexed and its mouth open. Yeah, dude. So we're gonna go half and half. We're gonna go half Galaxy Grape. Get some caffeine to start my day. And we're going to add the Maiden's Blood on top of that. Now, G Fuel is not a sponsor, but I thoroughly enjoy their product. Fans will occasionally send me some, and it's like first time I tried it, I was like, yeah, I can get down with this. Half Maiden's Blood, half Galaxy Grape. This one straight up tastes like grape Kool-Aid, like no joke. This one tastes like cherries, watermelon, and bubble gum. There you go. Let's add some water. Shake it, but don't break it. Praying mantis staff is still drying, but that's all right. Like straight up cherries, peaches, bananas, mangoes, strawberries, pineapples, just all these different fruity flavors. Yeah, I'd love to have my own G Fuel flavor. That'd be sick. Got the glow-in-the-dark container that the fans still sent. Go ahead and plug that on either side. Yes. This is how you get companies to notice your ass. You give them free advertisement, and if they dig what you're laying down, they're like, I want to sponsor that guy. So one of my fans sent me a video from, what's this guy's name? Timcast. I gave the video a like and a subscribe to his channel. Women uses Tinder as men and are shocked at how awful women are to men. The culture war is a gender war. What? Yes. So while my Etsy is down and I'm currently in the process of getting that back up, I'd like to extend an offer. If you buy all my merchandise, or at least a good chunk of it, you know what I'm saying? The more merchandise you buy, the more eligible you are for a free wand with your own choice of colors. That's what's up. And you'll get a shout out on the video. Sweet. So we're going to mix up this G Fuel real quick. Shake it. You know what I'm saying? Like my G Fuel flavor, if I had one, I had all the fruity flavors from lemons to mangoes, just bananas. You know what I'm saying? Just an explosion of all these amazing fruity flavors. And then like Monster Green Energy. And then boom, that's what it would taste like. Should be dank. But G Fuel's not a sponsor, but they could be. Yes. Oh, yes. And by G Fuel, you could like literally mix and match your favorite flavors. So maybe like, you know, yeah. Strawberries. Oh my god. I'm just trying to picture the Tropical Cobra G Fuel. And it's just like, oh, I could just taste it right now, dude. Oh. So let's grab some G Fuel. Let's do a rant. Spoiler alert, Cobra was right about this gender crap the whole time. Ha, who would have thunk it? The culture war is a gender war. That's what it is. It's partly it. I mean, it's a war on people and just fucking stupid shit. But here we go.
In a thread on Reddit, a woman who is 33 years old describes how she tried to help her 31-year-old brother with dating apps.
Okay, stop. Right there. A 33-year-old woman wanted to help her 31-year-old brother find romance on Tinder, so she set up a dating profile as him. And long story short, she was completely shocked and appalled by how these women were treating men. And to be fair, women have had to face male oppression, as in like the oppression of men giving them oppression and such, for centuries. Women have been putting up with men's crap for centuries. And it wasn't until like the 1960s when the feminist movement started, which I support feminism, but not when you're being an extremist cunt about it. Oh, did I say that out loud? If you're a woman hater, feminazi, and you hate men, that's okay, right? But if you're an incel piece of shit who hates women, well, you're a fucking sexist and you better check your privilege. Fuck you. Cheers. Yeah.
Ultimately, it seems that the post she made was removed. I'm not sure if she chose to delete it. And to be completely honest, I'm not sure it's entirely real. Someone could have made up this story. Some guy could have been angry and said, "Oh, men have it so hard." But
no, women have it hard too, dude. That's just a fact.
The story is interesting. Assuming it's true on its face, it does line up with a lot of the experiences of men. And you end up seeing a story about a woman who did not realize just how brutal it is in the dating scene for men. Long story.
Imagine being a woman and then finding out that your gender has been fucked with for centuries. I watched a documentary on Dracula, Vlad the Impaler, and just the way he treated women and the way women were treated back then. Even back then, it was just so appalling. I was just like, ugh.
Story short, the post got removed, but we do have it. I want to read it for you.
First of all, fuck online dating. If you're going to hook up with chicks, go to the bar, have a couple drinks, and socialize. You see what you're getting into before, you know what I'm saying? Like, online dating, you see this smoking hot chick with curves in all the right places and likes all the things you like, and you're sitting there giddy as fuck like there's no fucking way. And you're sitting there talking to her, and she's sending you spicy pictures, and you're just like, damn, this of-age chick is hot. You meet her in real life, and she's 400 pounds overweight, and she's a crazy psycho bitch who hates men. Shocker, want to sniff it? No. Oh, you're a chick talking to some stud of a dude, some stud muffin. He's got the muscles. He's packing a huge cock. And you're thinking to yourself, as a woman, you hit the jackpot. He's got all this money. He cares about animals. You meet him in real life, and he's 400 pounds overweight with a tiny-ass dick, and he hates animals. He's got no hair on his goddamn head. And he just gives you the fucking creeps as soon as you meet him. And it's like, well, reality versus what you see on the on the advertisements. Fast food's the same way to a degree, right? No, I'm serious. You're watching a fast food commercial, and it's like, you see this giant-ass fucking burger, and you're like, that looked good. But in actuality, when you get it, you're just like, oh, the disappointments. Now, there's a couple fast food restaurants that have been coming out with new things, and when I get some money squared away, I want to do some food reviews. But that's not the point of this video. Let's just continue watching, sipping RNG fuel.
Because there may be a lot of men who get a chuckle out of this. There may be a lot of men who are interested to see how a woman responds to a guy who is seemingly attractive who just can't get dates because the dating system is broken. But there's a bigger picture at.
Yeah, it'd be the same thing. I'd be asking myself the same goddamn question, to be honest. If you got a super hot chick who just can't seem to find the right guy, I'm going to be like, is she a psycho bitch? Is she a complete cunt? You know what I'm saying? Like, women would ask the same question, all dirty language aside. They'd be like, okay, if you're Mr. Perfect Man, then how come you can't get a girlfriend? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Play. Why is it that millennial women favor Democrats 70 to 23? Overwhelmingly, millennial women are Democrats.
Yeah, that's a stereotype.
Why is it that when I go through every single poll related to like economics and pop and culture war issues, men and women are mirror images of each other?
I've been saying this crap for a long time, YouTube. That women and men are exactly like each other. The only differences that separate us is gender, and that's it. Men don't give birth, women do. That's about the only thing that separates women from men. And when you start red pilling yourself to that thought, all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, I understand women now. Oh, it's really not that complicated. You treat others the way you want to be treated. Okay? If you wouldn't want that woman being a complete bitch to you, why be an asshole to her? At some point, you just got to meet in the middle and be like, okay, we're grown-ass adults. Let's act like it. Fuck. Oh, that's good. You have a mixed G Fuel flavors? That's like grape, watermelon, cherry, and bubblegum. That's an interesting combination. Mm. Yeah, I remember when the fans sent me some G Fuel. They sent me this glow-in-the-dark cup to go with it. They're like, hey, Cobra, have you tried G Fuel? And I'm like, what's this? I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's like a little energy drink powder. You just throw it in there and shake it.
I mean, take a look at this. Gun control. Women support it, men oppose it, Black.
Gun control? Don't even get me started. Yeah, we need to have smarter gun control, not stricter gun control, because if you make AR-15s completely illegal, that's not going to stop some dickhead from 3D printing it into his fucking basement's printer. Hello?
Hello, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Your friend got this for you.
I didn't order that.
Your friend did.
Which friend?
Mark?
I don't know, Mark.
You're Josh Saunders, right?
Yes.
It says Mark N.
Yeah, I didn't order that, man. Sorry.
Okay.
Back to the video.
Black Lives Matter. Women support it, men oppose it. And I think this dating post gives us tremendous insight.
The thing about gun control is it's a bit tricky because nowadays, like I said, people can just 3D print their own guns out of real metal and real wood. And if you have any basic gunsmithing skills, fucking, yeah. And first of all, I'm going to say leave gun making to the experts, the manufacturers who are licensed to make them, Winchester, Remington, etc. Second of all, yeah.
into politics in this country. Something interesting we see. To put it simply, women have it substantially easier than men. Insight. It's better. Women support it, men oppose it. And I think this dating post gives us tremendous insight into politics in this country. Something interesting we see. To put it simply, women have it substantially easier than men in many respects. Not all respects, but many. Much less
I would agree. Women and men have it easier on certain things, yes.
likely to end their own lives, much less likely to end up homeless, much easier to get stable entry-level positions, much easier to find a partner. Now, what this means,
Just because women have an easier time finding dating and companionship doesn't necessarily mean it's the right one.
seeing a dramatic change in the way our society functions, particularly with online dating, and it's just one component of the evolution of American and global culture. But I think what we're seeing is, call it some kind of behavioral sink. I think this may be, well, I'll put it this way. If we do not rectify this problem described by this woman somehow, I think we're on the verge of collapse. Men and women are functioning as rival political classes at this point. And I think the only reason you see a shift leftward is because men are divided among those who are like, I am a strong, independent man and will not change my opinions for anybody. And the guys who are like, just tell me what you want to say, dear. I would like to do anything to get laid. And that's a lot of guys.
And that's the problem with this whole culture, is women are exactly the same way. How did he word it? Yeah, women are the same way. They're strong, they're independent, they will not change their ways. And some women will do whatever their man says just to get a wedding ring and a potential kid in their belly. Now, if you're doing stuff to make your woman happy because you want to get laid, I get it, but you should be doing it because you want to make her happy, not because, you know what I'm saying? But every time a man tries to be nice to a woman, he gets simp shamed, much like if a woman tries to give a man sex, she gets slut shamed. And it's like men want women to fuck them and women want men to be nice to them. So, like, we got to stop shaming each other for, like, the simping and all that. You know what I'm saying? Fucking these terms, dude.
Guys, women can just apparently show up. And there's a lot of interesting things here to go through. Notably that modern women, this is a story we covered a long time ago, but I want to show you this in the context of modern politics. Women are struggling to find men who make as much money as they do. This will get worse. And as it does, we can see that women are upset about it. Y'all ain't going to be happy. Men and women, neither are going to be happy. Now, let me read you this post. I, 33F, helped my brother, 31M, with dating apps. Now I'm depressed. Throwaway account. I have too many friends on my original account. The woman writes, I decided to help my brother with old apps, online dating apps. He had been struggling with dating for 3 years, and parents are concerned about his mental health. So I invited him to stay with me for a couple of weeks and told him that I would help fix his dating app profiles, as I was certain he was doing something wrong. He half-heartedly agreed and brought a second phone that I could use. He is 6 feet, 165 pounds, and has moderately good looks. He has a stable job, which makes him good money. I set up his account on Tinder and Bumble and completed his profile, description, etc. on his second phone. I also swiped and initially chatted with women who matched with the profile. My aim was to show him how to talk to him and to keep them interested in him, because his main complaint was that they never respond. I thought of sending the first few messages and then letting him continue the conversation. It has been 2 weeks now. My experience has been utter garbage. Nobody wants to have a conversation. I don't quite understand why. Maybe I am doing something wrong. Maybe reflect upon how...
Oh, that's fucking hilarious with this hypocrisy, dude. The woman who sets up a dating profile for her brother to help him find romance is now shocked at how women are treating men on the dating scene. How no woman wants to have a conversation. So you're like, okay, if you don't want to have a conversation, let's just do the do and get it done. Then she'll turn around and flip the fucking script and be like, why can't we have a conversation first? And you're sitting here going, where's the nearest brick wall? Dude, stop. You're going to give yourself I know. Banging my head into a brick wall at this point would make more goddamn sense. I'm not trying to be a dick and crap on women here, but some women do this crap. They say the exact opposite of what they want, and as soon as they get it, they want the opposite. And it's like, stop. Okay, if men pulled this crap, you would think we were fucking impossible.
You, as a woman, use dating apps. Perhaps she doesn't do it the same way. Here's what she says. I feel depressed, probably because all these years I kept telling him that he was doing something wrong. I always thought that only rude, broke, obese, unhygienic, and bad-looking men sucked at dating apps, and others had a fair chance.
Oh, that's a stereotype. Ain't that a fucking stereotype? This woman thought to herself, oh, I guess the only men who struggle with this are the ones that are rude, overweight, have bad BO, or no money. Right. I detest a hint of body shaming in that. Oh, but I forgot. Body shaming doesn't work for men, right? Just asking for a friend.
Well, I was in for a rude awakening. This is what I experienced. One, very few matches when compared to what we women get. He got a few matches on his first couple of days. Post that it's just a match or two a day. I used to get scores of good matches every day when I used online dating for myself, and I was very picky. Hardly any responses from his matches. Women just don't want to have anything to do with him. This was perhaps what affected me the most. I watched in despair as matches just kept expiring. Sometimes they would stop after a few messages, and other times...
First of all, I get why you're doing this for your brother. It's very sweet that you're trying to help but don't, dude, don't set up the profile. Let him make the pics. Let him, okay? Seriously. Because you may be a woman, but you don't know what he wants as a man because you're not him. But the effort, I see what you're doing.
They wouldn't even send a message or a reply.
How would you feel, though, ladies, if your brother set up a dating profile for you? Just asking for a friend.
I have used Bumble and Tinder myself. Men don't do this. 90% of men respond to the first message. This is worse than getting a dick pic, which has happened to me a few times. At least the person on the other side wants you, even if it's just for sex. Imagine being ignored like a piece of trash. That's what it felt like. 90% of the matches never initiated the conversation or responded to the first message. How is he supposed to get a date when there are no responses from the other side? 3, very poor quality matches. Most women who matched this profile were nowhere close to his educational qualifications or salary range. In fact, there wasn't even a single match who initiated a conversation that I would say matched his salary and education level. I never had this problem on online dating apps. There were loads of men who were either equal or better than me in salary and education. I met my current BF on Bumble, and he makes as much as I do. Did you notice anything there? The man was able to attract women of lower educational and salary standards. That is not surprising to me in the least bit. And she found a man who makes as much as she does, and in fact met many more who made more. This is probably not surprising to anyone. But let's read and then talk about the politics here. She said, I don't know why men even go through this.
Tech stocks have been on fire lately. In fact, tech stocks led the rally that allowed the markets to recover much faster than expected. And the trend is continuing this year, with analysts saying that tech stocks could soar another 30%, especially considering that venture capital investments just hit an all-time record high. Click here to see this.
He seems to be okay with his experience and is holding his own. I don't understand how. I know we can't change the dating scene much. The least we can do is empathize with the person instead of telling them they are doing something wrong. Honestly, I don't even know if I am doing anything wrong myself. I am just doing what worked for me. I am going to ask him to stop using online dating and go out there. I am sure he'll find it easier to find a good woman to date in real life. This is not a secret, and I think most women don't understand this and don't experience it. You know, when you're a dude and you're on when you use online dating, what they show you online is they're like match everyone, just swipe everyone and cross your fingers. The data out of OkCupid's hilarious. Men will respond to women on on a natural bell curve scale of attractiveness. Meaning, when you ask men about a random selection of women, when they say someone is attractive or unattractive, there is an average. The majority of men will say this woman is average, and then there's a very high end of women who are somewhat attractive. For women, it's inverted. Women don't respond to like 85% of men deeming them unattractive. That's right. The dating app data shows us that women view the overwhelming majority of men as unattractive and only respond to the top tier. But that makes sense. You look at the animal kingdom, and what do we get? With chimps.
Yeah, but this is where the hypocrisy of the genders comes into play. Women will naturally respond to a top tier dude, but if dudes try to respond to a top tier chick, they get told you're body shaming, you're a fucking typical male, all men are the same.
With chickens, it doesn't matter. There is one strong male who dominates and then breeds the women. Makes sense. The strong must survive. For a society like ours, where we are socially developed and have morals and ethics, this seems to not make sense to us. But surprise, surprise, here we go. When this woman experienced the male dating experience, she was shocked and depressed by it. So let's take a look at politics. I'm not saying there's a direct correlation between women being able to date and national level politics. I do think that this post is just an anecdote, but plays into a lot of what men already know and maybe women don't. Men have it substantially harder in a lot of ways. There was a famous story of a woman who decided to live as a man and was cross-dressing. And she said that it was horrifying and miserable. Nobody would help her. People didn't care about how she felt. She felt discarded. Yeah, that's what it's like being a dude. You're immediately blamed for everything. You are trash. Not every guy, like I said, 15% are probably considered, attractive and worthy. And I don't want to exaggerate this. Most guys do have really good things going for them, and many of them are just too whiny and depressed to get up, work out, be passionate, and become that valuable and sought after and desired individual. The issue is, it's not, the left, probably because you have guys just trying.
I will say this, my trolls keep it up and they're just going to dig themselves into a hole in which they can't crawl out. And honestly, the fact that people try this hard to fuck with me is so beyond pathetic, dude. My trolls literally have no fucking life. If my trolls got treated the way I got treated, they would fucking hate it, dude. They would fucking hate it. Oh my God, dude, it's pathetic. Like, they don't even care that I'm autistic and that I have my own struggles just like the rest of us. It's so fucking sad, dude. And I don't let it bother me, honestly, because it's just pathetic. Jesus Christ, dude, these people are really fucking sad. Yes. Keep running to the end of your leash and barking for your Lord and Savior, Dark Lord King Cobra. I love it. These people are dumb. That they are. Yeah. Like, I'll show Cobra. I want to steal his video while he's live right now because I'm too much of a pussy to start my own shit. Like, seriously, you're promoting my content, dude. Is that supposed to piss me off or get me upset? Not really. Thanks for the support, man. You're spreading the good word of the Cobra. I appreciate it. Yes, and I got a brand new mug on my Teespring. It's called the Troll Tears mug. It's quite hilarious because when you picture it, your trolls getting their asses kicked and then crying like little bitches into a fucking coffee mug. Says the guy who cried on 9/11. Yeah, that's different, cocksucker. That's different. You know, when my trolls were making fun of me for crying on 9/11, you know what I did? I made a Teespring mug. Yeah, it says troll tears on it. It's fucking hilarious. Yes. Yes. It's not letting me log into my Teespring. Oh, yeah, I pissed off a lot of people. And that's how you do it, YouTube. Yes. It's not letting me plug the link, and quite frankly, I don't care. They're trying everything they can to piss me off, and it's not working. Fucking hilarious shit, YouTube. I tell you what. Yes. Good thing I have the link on my Facebook. Page not found. Oh, well. Golly gee willikers. That's all right. I'll check it later. You know where to check. King Cobra's Fang, baby. That's what's up. And if you're fucking with my Etsy and fucking with my Teespring because you don't want to see me make money, you're a jealous fucking retard. And you know how I know this? Because while your ass is sitting in a corporate job getting fucked off the ass by your boss. Oh, golly gee willikers. Here's Cobra getting to do what he loves for a living. It's hilarious. Yes. I got fans who will report you for stealing my content. Holy crap, they are pissed at me today. I love it. I love how much control I have over my trolls. I could choose to get mad, which makes them think, oh, okay, I'll show him. I'll show him. I'll show him. Yes, I love it.
Trying to hook up with women who will say whatever what they want, or some of them will genuinely believe this stuff. And then feminists just say men are whiny babies. They're incels. You're an incel. You're an incel.
Yeah, that's what kills me about women, dude. Not all of them, but when some women are saying we're all just a bunch of whiny baby incels. Okay, what if you're having your womanly issues and you wanted sympathy from us men, and we told you you're just a whiny little bitch? You know? I'm serious. It's ridiculous, dude. Like, god damn it. Don't expect men to be more emotional if we're criticized for it. That's all I'm saying, ladies.
Can't date. You can't find someone because you're an incel. Well, there's a...
we can't... Okay, you know what? That's what kills me about women is they're like, you want to sit there and say to these men, you can't find anyone because you're this and that. And it's like, well, you can't find a man, honey, because you're an entitled cunt bitch. And you think the world owes you a favor just because you got a vagina between your legs? Entitled women are just as annoying as entitled men. Can I just say that? Too late, already did.
At least one story showing she was shocked to discover men don't get replies. But if you look at the data, you know that's true. Women,
Yeah, but if we reject women for being entitled just as much as they would reject us for being entitled, they'll pick some other bullshit excuse to try to make it look like we're the bigger assholes. And you know what I'm talking about. If you reject a woman for being entitled, it's not because she's entitled. Oh, that's probably because she's fat. Yeah, that's got to be it. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, it's because you can't handle a strong woman. Just shut the fuck up, dude.
get slammed with messages, and they need only scroll through and say, that's the guy I want to hook up with. What ends up happening? Other data shows that a small amount of men overwhelmingly are banging all of the women. That means there is a large percentage of men who are without relationships and who are virgins. There was data we saw from the Washington.
And if you're a virgin, it's not the end of the world, dude. Society puts way too much pressure on women and men to have sex, and it's disgusting. It's a natural part of the adult life and the circle of life, and you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be this icky fucking toxic culture around it. Like, women and men that are adults, they want to get laid. It's a natural reaction, unless you're asexual, but that's different. Fuck Elliot Rodgers. And you want to sit there and tell me that I'm full of shit? Go right ahead. But society puts way too much pressure on people to have sex, get married, and have a relationship. If they didn't, you wouldn't have idiots like Elliot Rodgers going, oh, I can't get laid. Fuck Elliot Rodgers. I shouldn't piss on that asshole's grave. And here's the best part of it. Dude, if you're driving around in sports cars and you can't get laid, there's something wrong with you, dude. I'm just saying.
Post a while ago.
And if that fucking sick asshole Elliot Rodgers who pulled that mass shooting, if that fucking retard would have waited a couple more goddamn years, that blonde chick you saw on YouTube wearing the Elliot Rodgers shirt, that would have been his girlfriend. He would have had the blonde chick of his dreams. She would have worshipped the ground he walked on. He would have been happier than a motherfucker. But he got impatient. Fuck mass shootings for that matter. Fuck incels.
It was a couple years ago that found men under 29 are increasingly more likely to be virgins. 29. I think it was like a third of men under 29 were virgins. Now, it did go up for women as well, probably because internet is separating people.
Shoot, when I hated being a virgin growing up. Like, you wanted a girlfriend of your own to cuddle and fuck and you know that, yeah. But I quit caring about when I got laid for the first time, just started doing my thing, and that's how I met Stephanie. True story, YouTube.
But not as much. Let's take a look at some of these stats.
So, like, you stop worrying about what women and men think about you. You stop giving a shit whether you get laid or not. And just do your thing. Be a decent motherfucker. Work your ass off. Do something with your life. Focus on what you're doing with your life in this particular moment. And watch what happens. And at the same time, you got to say to yourself, I will find the right one. You know what I'm saying? You got to put that energy out there. It's very easy to, feel bad about yourself and be negative and all. You know what I'm saying? Been there, done that. Okay? Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I will find love. I will find the perfect of age soulmate. Look at yourself in the mirror, believe it, put the energy out there, and then don't try. Even if a woman likes you back and you can make her laugh, don't try anything. Watch what happens. It's the art of being the ladies' man. You want to be a womanizer? That's just the goddamn truth. If you can make women laugh and they dig your style, man, shit.
Do you support the Black Lives Matter movement?
Fuck yeah, I do. Goddamn right I support BLM. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that.
Right now, we have 45% support and 42% opposition. But let's break this down by gender. Let's see how females think. Women overwhelmingly support Black Lives Matter. 52% support to 35% opposition. How about males? Males overwhelmingly oppose Black Lives Matter. Now that one,
Okay, if you oppose Black Lives Matter because you want to make some bullshit fucking radical excuse for your inherent racism, fuck you to the moon. First of all, yes, there are some asshole individuals who will ruin it for BLM. You got these fucking punks who are vandalizing buildings and rioting in the streets. That's not the entire movement, cuz. And when you choose to focus on all that negativity, and then that's all the movement becomes, dude. Fuck that. Mm-hmm. What do we got here? Yes. Yes. Phone's blowing up. No, if the trolls got, yeah, it's just sad. You know, how would you guys feel, honestly, if, you know what I'm saying? If people were fucking harassing you this hard. And there were individuals out there who are getting harassed 4 times worse than me, so it could be worse. People get harassed just because of the color of their skin. You don't even have to be autistic, and that's what kills me about this whole thing.
One's fascinating. It's nearly inverted. 50% oppose and 36% support. What could be causing this divide? Now, let me show you a few more examples. How about, do you approve or disapprove of the way Joe Biden is handling his job? Women approve of Joe Biden's job at 46% approval to 45 disapproval, and men overwhelmingly disapprove with 59% disapproval and 35% approval. Let's take a look at favorable or unfavorable opinion of the Democratic Party. 52% unfavorable. Let's see women. Women, 47% find the Democratic Party favorable and 46% unfavorable, and men overwhelmingly unfavorable. Is this surprising you? Do you oppose or favor stricter gun laws? Females overwhelmingly favor stricter gun laws at 57%, and men overwhelmingly oppose gun laws at 55%. Again, not surprising to anybody, I suppose. Should the U.S. deport immigrants living here?
What's the deal with my Teespring here, man? This is weird. It's not letting me log into it. I can't see any of my merchandise. You know, if the trolls got my fucking Teespring like shut down and shit, I'll just recreate it. I'm not gonna sit here and get mad about it or fucking any of that. It just shows you how fucking desperate and sad they are. It really does.
Here illegally or offer them a path to citizenship. Men overwhelmingly say deport. I shouldn't say overwhelmingly, but 46% deport, 43% offer a path. And women
Did I hit the wrong button? Son of a bitch.
If tuna is one of the healthiest and leanest protein you can eat, then why are we eating more of it? We'll tell you exactly why.
In a thread on Reddit, a woman who a male dating experience, she was it's nearly inverted. 50% oppose and 36% support. What could be causing this divide? Now, let me show you a few more examples. How about, do you approve or disapprove of the way Joe Biden is handling his job? Women approve of Joe Biden's job at 46% approval to 45% disapproval, and men overwhelmingly disapprove with 59% disapproval and 35% approval. Let's take a look at favorable or unfavorable opinion of the Democratic Party. 52% unfavorable. Let's see women. Women, 47% find the Democratic Party favorable and 46% unfavorable, and men overwhelmingly unfavorable. Is this surprising you? Do you oppose or favor stricter gun laws? Females overwhelmingly favor stricter gun laws at 57%, and men overwhelmingly oppose gun laws at 55%. Again, not surprising to anybody, I suppose. Should the U.S. deport immigrants living here illegally or offer them the path to citizenship? Men overwhelmingly say deport. I shouldn't say overwhelmingly, but 46% deport, 43% offer a path. And women, 59% path to citizenship. Here's what I think is happening. Women and men have extremely different views of the world and society because they are raised very differently. I think many women are going to be in for a rude awakening because the changes we've seen in society with gender rights and gender equality and equity, relatively new. It was Jordan Peterson who said in that Vice interview that men and women have only been working together for a few decades and it's been a disaster so far. And he gets asked, like, well, what do you mean by disaster? Well, take a look at all the sexual harassment claims. Take a look at the workplace changes that have come in that have caused men to no longer want to mentor women. Men won't have meetings with women behind closed doors. They'll open the door, ask a third party to come in. These things are real. I'll give you an example. A man can walk up to a man, and I've given you may have heard me give this example before, but a man can walk up to a man and say, Jim, you've been working out? Looking good, buddy? Oh, is that a new suit? Sharp look, buddy. Yeah, you're looking good, man. Should hit the clubs, get some girls, That would not be, some guys might be like, yeah, it's a little forward, but a dude walking up to a guy and being like, you're killing it, man. You're looking cut. I see you're losing weight. That's an amazing outfit. You look fantastic. Why don't you go hit the clubs, man? See what the girls got to say. Now think about a guy going up to a woman and saying that. Ooh, girl, wow, you've been working out? You're looking great. That outfit, you should go hit the clubs. I bet the guys would be all over you. They're going to be like, what? Not acceptable. So we say there's gender equity and equality, but there's...
Yeah, like, that's bullshit because women will do the same reasons. Women work out to look and feel good for the same reasons men do. So it's like, don't give me that shit. Your Teespring campaign has been disabled. It says your Feminazi Suck shirt at teespring.com has been terminated due to the concerns that it appears your campaign may be using content owned by a third party. Yeah, I should not have put that extremist feminazi symbol on the front of it. That kind of fucked me on that. Great. So the trolls didn't really do anything to the Teespring. It's just I pulled the image from Google. I didn't think there'd be any problems with it, but there you go. Great. So I may not have access to my Teespring store. I kind of just screwed myself on the merchandise. Great. Well, am I going to be able to view my store, or has it been like if you only disabled one thing, then there's no reason why I should fucking. Hold on a second. No, that's the only thing from Teespring that I've gotten today about that, so that kind of sucks. We'll get that figured out after the stream. Let's get back to it.
clearly a big difference. Now, in those circumstances, maybe they're just hyperbolic exaggerations or caricatures of real world events, but you get the point. There are circumstances where a guy can't even touch a woman. A guy can walk up to a guy and put his hand on his shoulder and say, "You nailed that Henderson account, man. We're excited for this." You can't do that to a woman. She could complain about harassment. So ultimately, in the end, maybe everyone just starts treating each other the same and everyone stays away.
Okay, so yeah, maybe the trolls might have got my whole Teespring store deleted. Honestly, I'm not upset about it. The fact that they tried that hard to fuck with somebody shows I rule their fucking lives. And it's not that fucking hard for me to start up a new store. It really isn't. I don't think they got the whole store banned. I think just that one item.
Away from each other.